I want to take this opportunity to thank the many press men and women here today to have come in your numbers. I'm impressed. You've never let us down before. And so to God be the glory. The Worldwide Miracle Outreach, the Lawrence Tete Ministry that I represent, I want to say a big thank you to all of you for the many years you've stood with us. On the 1st of May, about a week ago, we began a prayer rally, which is supposed to be a national prayer rally, but the theme, this nonsense must stop. An in-person prayer meeting that ends on Tuesday, the 14th of May. Then for the rest of the month, we'll be having a virtual meeting that will end on 31st of May. We had to change the date because of the ban on drumming and noise making, and we want to be law abiding. We also want to make sure that we collaborate with traditional leaders and other religious bodies to be able to pray for Oman, Ghana. And so we have decided to finish this session on the 14th of May. Then we'll continue with the virtual version. The 31st prayer meeting, of course, is supposed to be an interdenominational meeting. And the prayer fest will bring together people from all walks of life and from all religious backgrounds. The theme, as you can see, is this nonsense must stop, and you can see it boldly there. And one may wonder the basis for a theme like that. But you agree with me that everyone here today is believing God for one sort of a miracle. Beautiful women are not getting married. Handsome men are not getting spouses. Married couples are not getting children. Some of you have finished schooling with all the first class in academic laurels you achieved. You still don't have a place. And the question is that how long would that be? Now when I speak about nonsense, I talk about the absurdity of life, where you don't understand why you should go what you are going through. I believe a lot of you pressmen today maybe did not start life to become pressmen, but something might have pushed you to this corner, and you are believing God for a miracle. I try to look at the meaning of nonsense, and it suffices to say that there are several absurd situations we are grappling with today as a people and as a nation. This nonsense have permeated our body politics, our educational structure, our health sector, and all the socioeconomic structures of our nation. Our families are under threat. Our values and ethics as Ghanaians are being eroded. Our marriages are challenged. Our scientists and medics are confounded. Our youth are being led astray by alien and foreign infiltrations and influences. Our professional bodies are not operating at their full capacity, and we are faced with untold uncertainty. And certainly, as we look at ourselves now, there are many questions we have that have no answers. Questions that are very much unfair on us. And that is what I refer to as the nonsense that must stop. Christians, Muslims, and other religious bodies form over 95% of our population here in Ghana. But in the midst of it all, we have no control. Our religious leaders does not seem to be potent enough to stamp its authority as the biggest constituency in our beloved nation. And as much as we boast of Christians 75% and Muslim 20%, making the numbers, as long as it is our tomb that endorses the leaders, we still seem to have lost our control. To address this nonsense, Ghanaians must rise up and pray. And I have a saying that a prayerless nation is a powerless nation. Our nation will not be saved by political and economic structures. We can only be saved through the divine intervention of God and what I call the finger of God. Ji nyami ja nyumope. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a few issues that are bothering me now, that I believe will be bothering most of you seated under the sound of my voice today, and certainly the entire nation of Ghana. This year, as we enter into an election year, as we get ready to choose another leader again to lead us, how long would we ask ourselves questions and be in want? So I have a few pertinent questions today for the nation Ghana, to be able to start thinking and to draw a scientific analysis as to where we are going, and what seems to be going wrong. The number one thing I want us to look at, which shamefully every Ghanaian should be ashamed of and buried their head down, is galamsey. It is very worrying how security services can sit unconcerned and maybe condone this evil menace of galamsey and the lack of respect for our natural resources, our mineral resources, and certainly our national resources. How can we be turning blind eye to the menace that destroys our water bodies through galamsey, which is very much unacceptable? And I think that's as if that is not enough. Nobody seems to be concerned. For how long will this as a nation play lip services to something that would damage the generation after us, if not our own generation? Pure water is now being used in some places to water cocoa sibling and our crops, because our water bodies in those areas are highly contaminated and polluted. What a shame. And if you're a Ghanaian and you're not concerned about this, you must be heartless. What are the security services doing about these? Is there anything they know that we also need to know, which prevents them from stopping this illegal mining in this galamsey? I've had a privilege to go to some of the galamsey sites, and it's heartbreaking. It will wreck your heart into pieces. How sad would it be when Ghana starts to import water, because our water bodies are contaminated, causing untold disease and infections in our various communities? Who are behind this wickedness? Children are being born with deformed bodies, and the defects are wrecking the nation. Kidneys, heart disease, and internal organs are at risk because of the water bodies and the chemicals that are used to destroy our community with galamsey. Where are our chiefs? Who are the custodians of these lands? Where lies the place of the presidency, the parliamentarians, and the judiciary? And of course, our politicians, who are supposed to be opinion leaders. What and where is their position? I believe that posterity will judge us if we don't address this and stand up to do what is right, not just for our party, but for the entire nation. I think I will not be out of place to boldly say that this nonsense must stop. As a nation, we must stand together in what I call a massive united front to confront this canker. It does not just require the presidency, the parliamentarians, and the judiciary, but all hands must be put on deck. The pastor has a responsibility. The clerics has responsibilities. Unfortunately, our media seem to be compromised. And there is no gainsaying that today's media will have a lot to decide. Should somebody dare say it? Yes, we must dare say it. That you and I know that even press houses have been compromised because certain political personalities own their own press homes, and informations, disinformations, and misinformations becomes the order of the day. Number 2, that corruption, favoritism, and nepotism has become a matter of great threat to the socio-economic security of the state. The nation is at risk. The nation is under threat. The nation seems to be playing lip services. As a matter of fact, our leaders of all political divide and from all walks of life and all political colors are playing lip services with dangers that can destroy our nation. And certainly this nonsense must stop. Unfortunately, many of the anti-corruption strategies and efforts tend to target the symptoms of corruption instead of the main causes and the perpetrators of corruption. Our security services have become political leaders themselves. And our politicians, together with the security services and the entire citizenry, must sit up to stop this nonsense. Let us sit up and help keep this and stop the many things that brings the nation back to the Stone Age. Ghana, from 57 till today, is old enough to be able to stand up to its responsibility. I believe that all of us here should bury our head in shame to be looking for basic things that under normal circumstances can be produced here. We need to address what is preventing them. The police, the army, the national security, the National Bureau of Investigation, the security services. We should be told what is preventing them from exercising the authority that we as a nation have entrusted to them to stop this menace. Who knows the source, and why have we become so silent in solving a problem that will safeguard this nation? Number 3, LGBTQ. I stand with this scholar as a preacher of the gospel, as an eminent preacher of the word of God. And the last thing a preacher would do is to condone homosexualism. And the Bible tells us it's an abomination. Sodom and Gomorrah became a victim because of homosexualism. How dare you condone and think it is a human rights issue? It is very sad that our political leaders are being distracted and playing politics with this issue, which is an abomination in the sight of God. It is sad that our religious leaders, our traditional rulers, and all the 3 arms of government, namely the executive, which is the presidency, the legislature, which is parliament, and the judiciary, which is our courts, can allow themselves to be distracted by an unnecessary legal battle, whilst foreign diplomats dictate to us as to how to manage our nation in norms and how to manage our cherished values. This must be a great concern to all well-meaning citizens of Oman, Ghana. Arise, Ghana, youth, for your country. Number 4, the culture of insults. It is unacceptable for political platforms to be turned into platform of insult, provocation, character assassination, and undermining of people's hard-won reputation, regardless of their party colors, age, or affiliation. And you all will agree with me that our airwaves today is full of garbage. The more you insult an adult, the more you are accepted by certain parties. Shame on our political leaders. Shame on NDC. Shame on NPP. Shame on all the agents of government. Shame on us to be so un-Ghanaian that it's accepted for a younger person to insult an adult, and that makes you a better politician. When did Ghana moved into the gutters? There is a total breakdown of our value system. The lack of respect for the elderly and our leaders, in my opinion, is unacceptable. The recent shooting and killing of our gallant uniformed men by civilians is not right. But having said that, our security men should not also use their uniform to intimidate. There must be a balance.
Ghana, MONTIE, Ghana, MONTIE.
Vigilance.
Also for Lawrence Tete and an out in Kano. Also, San Romaya Yansen Numi Yenyai. Yamaqua by the bandit 100.9, so Jumedia, your friend Ghana MONTIE. No, so nabo. Yakoko Fakasi, boy, the Abra, all the way from Peace 104.3. Yatana see your baby common Samako do Ekoso. Nanado say KPMG report no. One publish it also says here you call a year presidency. www.presidency.gov website where that how you publish it. First person I be interview near Kwabena Mafu. Me baba Kwabena Mafu interview answer Makwa Manuso. Maybe Sunday say Nanado or say report na Babi Tuja. It in the take there. I'm not so man, Oja day, and then I would.
What's that?
I know it's Oja day. And I will give Nana Uzo. Report no. They say the Diaba.
Only Abasu Bobia because I am said dear. My dad, what to say?
I'm to say.
Say, Anopa, Waba, what I will you wejuma.
Yeah.
Or damn it to warrior Nejuma.
That's right.
Nanaya or to warrior Nejuma.
Okay.
Yansiati, ye,
Juma.
Dear Bill. A dear,
it's a Juma,
I am a Juma, no, there will be a Monabasso.
Say, we'll publish a report.
Debbie, will be a mon. Where will Bonabasso today? o bo na ba so agede na me kura de wo de aba no a wo se ne website wo no me nkɔ website wo me wie morning show pe me ko Jubilee House wa akɔje
okay
krata ni nyina
okay
me kwaje
what per hard copy
me hard copy
okay
me per soft copy a ade a ye de ama wo na wasamba nkɔfu atintim se bia eroso be wo mu o ba bia bibi se ebia ne amfa nse ho me kwaje hard copy no e de efiri ne nkyɛn enti me wi a asojafo amugina gate wo eya me ba 10 o'clock me ba beje hard copy
okay that's all
enye bibia se waya ade bia chance wenti yama na ba so there be eya na sade ana eseso wo ye ne dadaada en wo tan yam ye de pressure gu no so ansa no wo de aba enti kura no wa me we delay we delay
okay enti ane won so wadwe gire ne sen president in another na Akufo-Addo KPMG report no wa publish it enti edian na won so wo ka ede afa ho 0503721744 0503721744 kwabra na letter ya yen hu no so fascinated we no
wadawroma ansa na ye beko ho no nsuo no a toto no Nigeria no eden
yes I know them pa
but wo hye
Mameka we kra achemota astrotef no ebu your friends ban ni nyina and the any frames and quite you say frames na yeah
mile 7
when you mile 7 achemota mile 7 ebu ban na me ko fa wona just a ban ni nyina ebu
frames de na dawroma obeya ma
obese yenim so be maintain
wonim si ye niska na ye ho kire yen
that's right
enti frames de ebia anope ya frames be obekọ
yenim sound pay obekọ
wa ya ma papa we de wadawroma si ye ni hwie o si ni an yire shali be ye won
okay
ai anti shali ya sra wa anope mia hona moma contractor no me ye honom no antenenten honom mfa ma yesia na de tie bia ne ya bebobo yesrew
na wo kan so na sem na say
in fact ensu yiri ya ekoso esese ayeye nyina ye dajo
that's right enokre
last year ye kwaje $200 million loan see they be fight flooding wa kura kan wa hama me nso kura me kirekire mu ma jani nti o mai ketua te se Ghana $200 million nti abaye ntumi amfa mobra bia betumi amansu yiri ye jai
sa na wo mse anso
ya sa kwaje $150 million ya so na just $350 million
etu sika na yakodi ene de enye eno na problem but ade a ye di sika no be ye no
sika no kura me nyindi se ade a enam so a ye de koje ba ye no ye de be ye because my journey $200 million na se wani abre se nsuo ta eyiri fa yen o man ketua we o pese wo di $200 million aso anu a my journey untumi nye ma jan untumi nye seba ko a ya tam de ma dread masters yo sedi enso wo makoti wodo enso yi to ikohwe empotem wonum nyina na eyiri se dat nkofo wonsem yi anu wo court pa o enkofo wonsem yi anu papa $200 million enti aban when to me and fine and since yiri ano asa kwaje $150 million de abeka ho na scanner scandalize unhu ade pote pa ye dis scan be ye abibifo mom die ya bra boy ya papa ya bra boy ya me boy ya baso onya boy do we young man honorable setim
Yo, search him, yeah, man.
Ya so ta wo kodi anu yi meka. Ma jani woni say me hu ne da.
Oh, sir.
Dabi.
Oh.
Me hu ne da me ne nkasa.
Da me invite na ba me mo aba.
Me ne nkasa mpo da. Say, oh, honorable, hello.
Yeah.
Ayi na ye madam. Ayi na ye madam.
What that's how we can say.
Clement Wickens.
So no cry wo so to shoe cry bro.
Auto mpaboa brem. Na mpaboa no oto bi maame. And oto bi ma wodi ahenkan.
Oh, okay.
Na ewia gba untumi mfa nantim.
Sa. Ade. Ane mu yehye.
Ebem say ye de nantim snow.
Na snow shoe no ode bro Ghana.
Ebem say what no wonim.
Honorable Clement Wickens.
No wonim. So ohun say wono an otoye.
Otoye no bo ni tozo.
What kasa wo nanti efra be ka janse. Akwatesa no police station bus stop.
Obeba na na
eba na ne agu na ho.
Okay.
Echi awia.
Okay. Nti mpabwa na echire awia.
Mpabwa ni nti awoba na me se.
Oh, okay.
One say nsuo to a.
Yeah, who say ofanko ho no.
Good.
But what mu ye wo mu team and na nya adwuma keto.
Ai. Na highway no. Who say highway no.
Yeah.
Nsuo to me temu na eka anko kama.
Kama, yeah.
Na musu ho no. Bebi o mu ton bia no.
Oh.
E wan so na ka anko na kama. And omu sisi ade wu hu sa ade ni.
Sisi ade em say wo ye. Say dey wo.
Enti anopeya ni hu say ya say empo ho aban krati penin na topo ye no. Na eye me wanwa kakra senka ya mfa sa top no ama
sechi
wo wura no.
Yeah.
Because was solve sa problem no.
Your problem kese pa na
do men can say we do 100%
but at least eye. Say na eye.
Yeah.
Because adwuma bi akwabana oma omo ye ewo gata ni mo no.
Yes.
Emrante no so omo ye adwuma no. In fact omo ya ade. O se gata no. Now Ghana na engineering works na na enwanwa. Gata no tokuro bi ana ho. Esi den ye betu bonka gata. Ye mfa tokuro bi ana ho. Enti ye hu se dachi emu besi den na ye besi mu ne ye kwakoyim. Ye nso ye ni se afidie yi bi. The Aqua South Africa no many idea. Ewo waiting be blow gatamu within 1 minute, no. Masa, a be blow gatamu crime. I just say, wow, Ubum say, ye nibi. It's nipa nesim no more the canea. And nobody ragat and no kutu.
Wow, and that ensure to say, a one and I'm who say, ye be ye.
Yeah.
Because ensure no ye say, ya, highway ni see. Musu side one see a deba taifa side one one see enti yankwa ma na barrier ho kra de but sa problem no a solve.
Yeah.
Sisi an ya wo West Hills more ho no.
Ono kra say the number don't come the number.
Sisi a dia na ona bo wo ye. Enti won to me nya hwe mfa ho. And the dance on call for years stranded say, and honorable, what to was, what to was, and cratas and sanqua. This year, Nadmo dear, a goo, and tis out when it to Nadmo for swa, and shall be do doctor.
And the dinner day, honorable Joseph Nyani. Na dan we nya no ho
odara
yam fa ne mbisa na na kwani de se da bia nsuo to ase se
sisi a wonum na nsuo to a eya problem ene dan so emia
bia sa de no ompe kodo
ya
ompe kodo nsuo ne ye we ya na
odin kofu atwa ha jene pa na odo river no a yesi ye team no in fact etinu a omu team kane no dredge masters ya me papa da no in fact sensuo topa de ye huni de uma ordinary person ko gina wonom se wonka ho asmo be ka se wantimu yie ensuo to kakra bia because On say Majali initially me katra wo say said the nsuo to wo Kenya, nsuo to wo Brazil, nsuo to no. Etisi Ghana ha ebe ha adwene. Enti ya na ye ho so. Ebi anie.
Nsuo to kakra.
Nsuo yiri ya ma jowulu kura yiri ye.
Shangri-La nim honom ne ade.
Jowulu kura yiri ye. Ka paasi ekwanten sei na nsuo na muni na atum. Enka saa miamia we nyina anya bia nsuo yiri. Jowulu dabi ahu na ba ku bi kura na enwanwa aye wurufini bi pa kase bi a nsuo no tam free edan no so de beto kwanu mu a eto car so.
Yeah.
In fact na ano eden $200 million pa ne management ni ya sa kwaje $150 million ya ba be kan pa say ya dey fight flooding pa ni.
And kwamna ye kan eti parliament omo boy and na parliament invited the sanitation minister on betray 200 million na ye de ma wakọ na adwuma be na na 150 million na o masa agi atum because aban na sorry keke no kodi loan parliament na gitum
emu na mo gitum
enti na nka mabisa 200 million no ye de en na nka ye ho na afi mo de 150 million no mo de be pay ne so na mo de pay ne so na 200 million no man friend bisa because you no cry your friend radio so a opa na o ka kire opa nka nkire wow. It's a parliament na mo to me na ka mabisa
is yampo ha na ye minister no
anyway as an attention cry man
anya dia wone Gideon bo akokọ pray nbo de say
okopre e wo Gideon ho no
wonu ye na free ho opue sanitation
minister na ye revenue din
when said dem ho nipa kuro mpa turn on off na make enya freda but time see ye no
freda prempe
bem see ye freda
debi enyu freda
me mpo me ka say wa medi minister ancha kura yi ana nyi wo
no freda ono na wo
freda prempe
ono na wo ono na Gideon kotu no
ono na Gideon kotu no and ya sali ni dia na asase age na atum dada ana
anti say yama Lydia yama me Lydia say yama lands and they say so much you matum say parliament age matum it not say ono na waba be ye the new minister say
yes
and Dr. Frida Pempe do oko
one day when ni anche kura
yes say na do kura ono no ni ministers na wo mu ko lusu ye ni nyina no wapam wo mu nyina
wa mfrebi
wapam wo mu nyina wo mu nyina obi olusu ye bi akọ
obi a olusu
ni primaries bi obi olusu ni primaries bi akọ na say yakura anything na yidin na ye refi say Lydia no so parliament na e chere yo nti ono afi na waba office wo be 2 days ani yo nti na anything na ma ya dwem no folder no biem na bibia ani wo
yo yankwa
okay yanto aswem na yensa kakrata bi a yenyina ye ni die chire na krata we ni de tete krata 2019 24 December ni nyina ne fascinate for woma dan na womo aton shares ni bi ediama Rock City Hotel North Central Tender Review Committee Ministry of Finance Ray all in consultancy services for a transaction advisor for Senate divestiture of 8 hotels in Ghana. Please refer to letter number PMSSA 03644 and dated 20th December 2019, which was submitted on the above. The committee reviewed the Social Security and National Insurance Trust evaluation report at a 63rd sitting on Thursday, 19th December 2019. In a letter dated 20th December 2019, the committee noted the failure of one evaluation panel member to sign the report. Senate was subsequently requested to ensure that the panel member signs the report. The committee acknowledges receipt of Senate's response in a revised evaluation report addressing the issue raised. Based on documentation presented to the committee, concurrent approval is hereby granted Senate to engage the recommended tenderer, Messrs. SEM Capital. When you SEM Capital, and SEM Capital.
SEM.
SEM Capital.
It stands for something.
Oh, okay.
Say, unimini pakro.
There you go. And why?
SME Capital, unimini pakro.
And why? Minim.
Consultant na or say a hotel neton so unimino.
There be.
Me bachre.
Okay.
Na me bachre wa hu bedwiri.
And
na yire nso ye nipa kase pa.
Sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Na yire ye nipa kase pa wo kuroyim.
Oh. Okay. So Messrs. SEM Capital at a contract price of $491,986 inclusive of taxes. Senate were actually $986 in the offer. Senate will now proceed with the remaining procurement processes by giving notice of acceptance and signing a contract within the stipulated periods provided for in Section 6512 of Act 663 and Amendment Act 914, and keep records for future procurement audit. Kindly note that failure of Senate to act in accordance with the above provision shall constitute a breach of the law. So the Managing Director, Social Security and National Insurance Trust, Accra, it is David Quest, Secretary on the sign from the Ministry of Finance.
Abusiafo de magtere was agyeman ka ye. Eye ekwan a wo mu fa so a hotel no. Ye dane sales ne de ama te se de ho asem abeye bebreye. Wotre se eye futuo ya asenetefo wo mu nya free empanimfo a wo mu ewo nimdie. Enya se bi wo mu temidase abrewa na wo mu ma wo kura so. Enti wo de ho adanse nyina ba se na ye December da etoso weduo no. Ana wo mu submit saade ya me bekan. Na committee no tenase Social Security and National Insurance Trust womu valuation report na 63rd sitting womu atenase baako saa na wei na ye de etoso eduesia miensa 63 na edanu si da ya wada December da na etoso edunkron na saa letter wei December da etoso eduo no ana womu de baaye na committee ni hunu se saa report webeto womu anim no member baako na dwene se ono de onfa ne nsa nhyase but womu epushi no na saa panel member no sign report no na committee no receipt ya Senate for response wa womu de bre womu no womu je na concerns ya womu raise ye nyina nso womu sa dwendene ho na enkrata committee ne de bre wonum no womu a ye bo wonum pa se womu nya sa adwuma no mfamre ye no Messrs. SEM Capital contractor ye bo no pa eno no na saa contractor no sika ya tam de man no se ono na waboa kire kwan a yemfa so nton hotel no $491,986 ya inclusive tax ka ho yaje tax was
yaje tax also
yo enti senate etwa soa eye te said wo mu ayebo wo no mo pa no de baaye no san say so wo mu anya no saa pe their friend is a breach of contract no ebebe mu wo ho enti na wo mu eye ne saa managing director ma social security and national insurance trust David Quest employer secretary ono na ne nsa hyase na jare wan baby ade ne kekako
say be calculation here on scan here e dey convert as at 2019 dollar rate in here dey say when you consultancy fee no matua
consultancy fee $491,000 $491,000 na hotel La Palm Royal Beach ena Labadi Beach Busia Beach price bempo na omureti de ma ba ko bia na consultant ya wo yes aduma we na ya tam $491,000 e de amano a ebigu akire. Oh my goodness. Majari say ye ankura bi aduma ena nipa kro no aye no te said the ono ape some fan say wow private entity ena wow tonton wa de ena wo ton te said the wow pa obi anu ni problem sentia
aba de
yes sentia organized labor ena TUC fo nani abre ne say ya kekafu na kekama adampan saa semunyi ayi omu abam na da enti ya senate ya motie ya motata nkofo obi anti ya senate kura mutumi de no kokoto emi yakobo nipa kuro ko edu esi nkofo konso akwajeje senate no enti abra mu di boni
bakwabra saa de we no me problem e won hon say yes hotels no wo ma hoden esua di nyina ne say bia sika te say de ba no intime mfama enu nti yen diversity na yen fama ankrankrofuo bia wo mo betimi edi sika ba be shim sesa na tie na hotel na yen yesusu say emfa sika ama no why should we spend an amount of $490,981 as consultancy fee?
Bisabio.
Me question na bibi say ni.
Bisabio. Adia na fanfa so manu.
Bibi say die.
Adia fanfa so manu a mo se mo boka no. Mutumi fa consultant.
Adenti what the consultant in the adia ye befa. What they say adia no eno nche say sika no wonye we ni ntino. Obeton adia ne saa keke. It mean the problem say you want befa consultant. But the problem of the quantum of money paid to the consultant. But what did I make as? Because advice no kwabena would fit precopenso nkoka say wo ton et say wo fa wo ma wo hu nimdie na wo mutimi advice wo mo value ni yie ye mu say ye ton ni say ya na shares ni say na ye de kwa ebeboa problem ni ho ba ye nyina ye nim say botayenti a senate for yes ade ne say hotels no one more sika samonye ana sika te say hotels ne de ba de ba ne ntimi fama eti akwa ye say boss senate investment no ka so that's here enu ntiem fama ankrankre aden ye de this quantum of money and ye de tuya bekra Ghana cedis na me nim say Ghana cedis no say anopa
dollars
anopa no kan ye no
yes
I'm so
that be US dollars
but say na bitwe mu yiye no na me say ade na dollars so
ai US dollars ka ya tamma consultant
kwabra me check dollar rate assets
sisi ya 15 point
there be yen for 15 in ye be ban say ya nyefe So we mutuya no 2019.
Okay.
Ente yenhwe 2019 no. 2019 dollar rate yebetimi anya. And no crown, you bet what they may call Bank of Ghana for. Now the Enfa Bank of Ghana rate in the crown. Into some more. No, maybe and I yan the NTS in the Canada. Arabian years we never do me call more.
Oh, my Jerry.
Every time I say we are near
my Jerry.
Because yes, I didn't emphasize.
Yeah, private, private, Juma power. Over time, says Kawayama.
What's say why a consultant in your way?
Nayero. Nayero. Oh, my best and Yama, Menkaka.
Okay, it's yes, 2019. No, yes, your dollar. So 2019, you're saying 5.8.
A day.
There will.
Aha.
I'm call Bank of Ghana for Hawaii. Bank of Ghana for the end. Bet me. And the yes. I'm sure. Oh, a dear Crasunia. Okay, what the problem may
yeah. Wow. But Jerry and yet CCA TUC and Nanaya was Safuma for ban.
Yeah.
Dear Wakwa penny power was net one or the sample junior or Safuma. Nanaya Safuma for bano. Eduma to send Yansa Quantio. Yakwana Junior Yankwana banane. Sa entity na wote ano no ehwa etoro papa ehwa etoro papa na ya asafoma afoba no a ya wo director general was net wono a waje no.
Oh, kwabra de America na no no.
Aha.
2019 na dollar rate in 5.6.
There be anya no kre.
Oh, asembena.
There be.
Oh, anya no kre saying
5.6.
There 2019.
Aya Sangre
2020 na dollar na peja ni mu no yeah 2020 ban na peja ni mu sa.
Sangre 5
sangre 5 yes yeah that's correct.
Sangre 5 sangre 6.
Yeah. Anu ne.
My Jerry.
Eti we ni say I remember very well. Na we call black market no ne ade na wunya no te 7 cedis I remember very well.
Well.
6-7 cedis. Well. But Bank of Ghana one more interbank exchange rate no na 5.68 as at 2019. Anyway. And dollar ne peja you know we 2020 no na dollar ne peja is apa. 2020 ne peja pa.
Well.
But sir we 2019 dey cry year kan. And no the rate at which an echo nintino abai ti yekuo bi aye from FX committee in 2019. And no cranpo na 5 no na 5.6. Isn't that the baby agwagodi? It's a year calculation na ye 5.6 and it's 5.6 near calculation eh.
Yeah. But Magdari, ne tie temu ane say sa you know hotel no a ye dane de ama no. Me se mini nipa no a ye de ma me no a enka meka se ye mempebio. Ai. Kameka se
fan ho se obi oyo politician no your politician.
Ka ye mempebio. Mempebio because ade we ya ekoso no. On say wo ya ade na nkofo so ya no gusu ase sa ade we di ajaye a bra ajaye na twon ho because adibi wo ho na wo pre na won saka sa ade ni gu anim ase en sa ade no nso de wo ha wo bebre wo sa meni won onyamfo bra na champon a enka meka se akurase maka menyanwe eye mimpebio mi ankasa se me wo sika me pese me simi hotel ya mekwa akoto masase akwa akosi me nkwankwaji aban ade a menim se masumu nnome da ade ba akopɛ wan Ghana ni bai ɛna senate no enye obi enkura adwuma ayi oman dia oman ye ne meme kura me yɛhyɛ wo da me sika wo mbi Mitua Senate, Bosumi Biadi, a betty be a send mammy. Mitua Senate, until we have a say. Namo Senate for San wa Maya Japadie, a Senate die, no man for Kuntuna say, na Senate die way and to me manage. Na ma towa mamu na nipa kra koto no anu de wasiesie no de ama rent no wo giska abaya djuma de yetina se mo de ade na matam aso a ankura djuma ekura tumi gina ayi djuma nya profit na mo senate 40 we sika bebre ba ya tete mamu a mo de to wo muntumi fa mo bra nya mfa so ameka kire ye se hotels ya kakraka ti sei mo manage amoboka mo anim guasefo pa mo senate fo mo manage labadi lapam eboka mo manage we eboka na even kura mimpo wo de mami me kura me ye fitani wo de mami se me nkwatena wo no mo fa nya adwuma kura me nya mfaso me fitani kura wo de ma ejomfo mai si wo mo nkwatena wo no mo a wo mbenya mfaso Majari, I can be bitched on that, and no so
okay, hopes in Adoyen so police for Acheno. Hopes in Adoyen, police for Acheno. So I won't say they are your boy man.
That's
it. But they've been to Macheno.
Sir, a dear or Kai, sir.
One more to dynamite to voter region honor.
Yeah.
That was the 2016 elections.
Yeah.
I'll say allegedly. Also, or share chile momo to dynamite. What was saying, Crawford?
I won't say my jelly.
Yeah.
Adadua one. Adadua. Adadua bia chidi ohun.
I know that there.
Adadua bia ochidi ohun. I won't say hopes na start power muhontuma.
Oh.
One would say hopes.
Their hopes in a can what yedi.
Oh.
Okay, Okra already no I catch them that. Sorry. I'm sorry. Passing me beside and Tisan can be beside because what can that?
What that baby, I know what you are walking. On Sakukumu.
And I may say, what dear D, so was what dear D, and
live radio so.
And into what dear
a choir woman fast so a woman we need 2016 about one.
So you still believe what Hobson said?
Majari, Sabobo Chichra Finsias be catch down said then to Mawa. Ubeda Jenitim.
Quabana Gazasano.
Ubeda Jenitim. A son said one woman.
So you still believe what Hobson and Doye said?
Majari, say Empeni say, say Unkonya Boasia man for say. Sabi Pompasi would to one. Etinye bien,
what would Ben, what would Benodo? It would did.
Majari waka ho. Hopes na do ye ni friend people da be.
Internet say
we did your people grandi 1 year. Oka ho. Wonu wo ma na nam. Enu wo say dia waka ye no. Say enya 100%. But no kura kakra betumi abem.
We dey no kura dey enya kakra.
Oh, we dey. Ba unso fi se oboa. Office or boy.
Mena mini hobby, it means to me yin.
Nipa na tumra
media mean to me yin because what can mean me?
Abaya was started power moon to me. And na nam so a
police for ababeche no na wo so opa aban
go akwaya wo mu fa so a wo mu wini abato no. Enu wo kire na wa ye to aba. Na
and now what to it homes in person say
asam no police stronghold we say me kwato dynamite ya stand for
one to dynamite
no
2016 yante baby ada
ono na ka ye
NDC fu awo aye voter region e boy stronghold for voter region yante say yes dynamite bi atotuntu obi aso kwakwakose ni dem etu oso kwato about voter region
we say o mu to ya no kwafo na gine yi o mu say tuo ni ya
hey, and one we share them to a man to a
man to a ban.
And MPs now walk on in NDC. MPs in our account
2016 so. So we shall about to a resort where ya voter NDC vote to act said the omo to about first yaboba. Aha, I say no. Sa vote no ama. And
analysis been now the year.
Oh, 2016, my Jerry. NDC vote to a voter. And drop it.
Mamiko voter. My yanko voter, the yanko.
Okay.
Say 2016.
Vote to drop it.
Constituency back. Voter, so no constituency. Okay, into yanko.
What the other upa sending in totality? Voter region 2016. Vote to a voter region and drop it.
And now, I don't need dynamite now. Hosting out doye no mkoto to.
Oh no, walker.
And now, maybe say, NDC MPs one more voter region. Sabre na wama de da no kuje to black one ma de da.
Bia no wama da. Say hopes can na can want. Majali hopes na doye can want.
Iti wagina di.
Na so ya MPP ni.
Iti wugidi.
Na dia wa kan wo boa.
Hopes na doye na na do da kwakufu ado hwa na agini di.
Aya hwan na hwan.
Hopes na doye ne president na na do da kwakufu ado.
Majali pa.
Some said that can't tell for some baby you interview. And son, I mean, my interview. I say, Obi Anchen, you know, I'm not can on record. Woman, ram a blocky woman. I say, baby, or munina, be Jan numbers and it may be okay. And not pay baby, munina, baby. Into what I'm putting my matter, don't worry. Why? Miss Sophia from me to me. It would maybe. My daddy, in fact, and some you were one more. As I said, your shana, your sheni. Say, yeah, oh, so who say, me cool baby, so better say me cool baby, not say, baby, I may cono, pepper pay anyhow. And answer fairness anyhow. Because baby, I'll be with a me conto, what the other to say me conto call, and that's what be, see, will be on your passo, and I may regina make one many pacro. And then ye better aba. Yasi nyina yankwokyere ya agene ne yankwotu su nipa ayepe na obi be use ni tumi ne power e de be ka se me so press asumasi na me de favor obenten. I hate that. But sabre ne de MPP ni power 2016 no kan MPP ni power
and was say wo mo kwato dynamite wo
na MPP wo opposition
good
and wo mo tena wona NDC MPs and wo wo tumi no regional minister or you in charge of the regional security council no NDC ni
na da no kura meti wo
honorable Helen Ntoso meti na regional minister there
wo obi anum
wo mo nyina tena wona nkrofo kwato dynamite and nkrofo na bunim dynamite kwam na dynamite sound
adano meti wo bi anum nipa kro no ka se market ya na ehyehyehye some time ago no na eye nipa bi na taye kire
okay mame kwa amane so Solomon Owusu eye aid edema owura Alan Kwadwo Chirematen osan ye member edema Afafranto movement yankone ne ndi komo Solomon ache
Mark, major so achia wachifunya.
Etiofo jo so na on to say.
Oh, no ya pa.
Yeah, then Yakopon say. Hopes na don say owen.
Me no ka say hopes our ministries police station or that cells police for amaya no ba say omo prepare and la court. Yan sha ye krado our ministries enipa ba ha no wa hwe ne be Ghana banshim.
Any by
ministries police station or no.
One more by bed.
Movement no the kito. Hey, Mark.
Now when your movement asem. Obi na kwa kana asem na police for atun sa friend ko ye hwehwemu processing na court. Now we prove movement mo ko ye den.
Ya wakaka asem a ye hwehwe mu wie. Police photo or suffering no as a law-abiding citizen or free the fear the call police are catching. When we are control the statement and who been the year the cells.
Oh,
Mark, we invite me. Some member station. Made a buono, I'm a 2 minute crown. My statement. Obi obe belu or who nyapa ben this or the cells. No, you see, we must not use power capriciously. Said me what 2 minutes, now me use capri, dear me pay. What for me? Maba, mature, because don't forget, a person is innocent until proven guilty. Me no can say, now here. Police call for Kadasem, host the Kadasem, and a court the vegetarian so the bonnet, that's what you bonnet. Said you'll be the better or trade to me a while, and who probably the years of the court to self. I did the movement for Rubber. Oh, the Brezuba.
Debio, not solo, and some hopes in Kai, you know. A yen sama na muzu sanka yen jane sana.
I don't know, Kai.
Sir, or no hopes in a dear nimu, aqua dynamite during election time. Na ye jane sa.
First of all, with definition of dynamite in the day.
Oh, dynamite, dear, me dear maintain mining area da. But wo solo dear minimum. A minim say a bass and Romana, who were winning me dear pa. It would dim dynamite crash him.
And tell me, catch your say, who definition is and tell you my show, or be your whole more. Wow, Kakas and I bring a brain to knock out to know a dynamite. Obiwa, the dynamite, I am busy.
Hey,
Obiwa, the dynamite, fufu. It is for a court of competent jurisdiction. It is for you to interview Hobson. No, I can't tell idea your friend dynamite, they know all party. You don't just draw conclusion. In any case, over the chair, say Hobson as some more kind. Who said yes, I'm here who got every piece of them cars when the baby are Roberts organ hanging our. Your name say every day in and day out. A confrontation one had Ghana for her. One only baby a confrontation one trainer engine. Oh, that's what you say. Hosting a summer kaka, our dynamite, you know, and what day, and more who say, or where Kufado, a one position catcher say, all die be die. It is more Bruno by implication, ain't shouting Ghana for Gokono, and more who say no. Oh, that's all catcher me say, hosting a summer kaya, say your friend say, dynamite, you know, and who say, can they support your cafe, Obama president, show down one, and that's me again. And that's me again. Only an avenue say a Bible episode who and set the movement for change. And then also the target to target your role and Jamate. Sasa, Andra, and rather Jamate, and didn't my birthday, Mazek, Yamisha, 104. Your person, your own settle role and Jamate to the Akochi. To what you over my birthday, I say, 1 mouse in the air, Obiaga.